Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Neon Podcast, episode number 5. And it's been a while since I recorded the last episode, but you know what? Life has been just so complicated lately. I think this year, for a lot of people, 2024, has been just crazy. And now I smile when I when I talk about it. I may laugh, but honestly, I think it's been one of the hardest times in my life. And if you're going through something very complicated as well, just try to take it easy. It's been so complicated. I hug you and I wish you just the best. You're stronger than you think, stronger than you know, and I'm sure you will definitely make it out of it, whatever you're going through. And it's already November 2024, and I just want this year to be over. It's like, you know what? It's been enough. Just, that's it. Anyways, this episode is called Maybe That's Not What You Want. And I want to tell you a story. I started to play the piano when I was 10 years old. Why? Well, there was a piano at school. And when I saw it, I told my mom, hey, I want to play that thing. And she's like, okay. So she got a keyboard and I just started to play the piano. And there was something inside me that I wasn't happy. I have already talked about this in previous episodes. I wasn't happy and there was just something very weird inside my body, inside my mind, inside myself, my thoughts, until I realized that was not what I wanted. I didn't want to be a piano player, at least not a classical piano player. I still play the piano nowadays. Like, I'm already 29, so it's been like 19 years playing the piano, but I made a huge change in my life when I realized that playing the piano was not what I wanted. And I want to talk about this because there is no coherence when I don't know, for example, you say I really want to be a dancer, but people around you tell you, you know what, you're not good at it. And it's not that you're not good at it, but maybe that's not really what you want. When I was playing the piano, I went to the conservatory, and then I went to another country to keep playing the piano, to keep studying classical music. And I really thought that's what I wanted. And I'm not telling you I was bad at it, but I always received this kind of aggressive comments from teachers. They weren't telling me they weren't saying you're not good at it, but they were not like sure about what I was doing. Why? Because I wasn't sure about what I was doing. And yeah, maybe I needed to play a concerto from Rachmaninoff. And yeah, it was like, okay. But you could tell, you can tell, you can feel, you can see that I wasn't comfortable doing that. That I wasn't feeling okay, that I wasn't happy playing that. Like, playing the piano, at least classical music in the piano, was for me like a punishment. But the reality was that I didn't want to do that. So why was I doing that? Because I started to play the piano very, very young, and then I never stopped playing the piano. And things happen, right? Sometimes the universe takes your hand and it takes you through a lot of his scenarios, and I continued to play the piano, and then I went to the conservatory, and then I went to Canada. And so, things were happening. And because things were happening, I thought that was my future. Like when I was in Canada, I thought, yes, I'm gonna graduate here and I'm gonna be working as a classical pianist. And oh my god, now that I think about it, I was 23 when I was thinking about it. Now that I'm 29, it's like, dude, like I'm so proud of myself that I was able to cancel that plan and just change my path, because I didn't want to play the piano, but it was something that I started to do when I was young, and it was something very normal to me. It's like, if I'm not playing the piano, then what would I be doing, right? Kind of like, this is the only thing that I know how to do. And actually, yeah, that was the only thing that I knew how to do, because I hadn't stopped for years. And you need to stop and ask yourself, what am I doing? Like, is it really that what I want in my life? Like, do I really want to keep playing the piano? Or, I don't know, in your case, do I really want to be a dancer? Or maybe, yes, dancer, but not a ballet dancer. I want to dance hip hop. Or, like, what the hell am I doing here? Like, studying medicine? I want to be a rapper. Things like that. Sometimes we're just so afraid to change. I remember when I was at school studying and just playing the piano, because that was the only thing that I was doing with my life, just playing the piano. If I could tell you all the things that I can do right now, like I can sing, but I can draw too, and I can skate, and I can dance. And now that I'm learning so many languages because I love them, it's just... But when I was studying piano, I could listen to the sopranos practicing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to sing. Like, I wish I could sing like that. But you know what? Now, like, it's been already like more than 10 years playing the piano. I have to keep on playing the piano because that's what I have been doing, and it's already too late for me. Like, I was 23 and I thought it was too late for me. Like, now that I'm 29, like almost 30, like in April I will be hitting my 30s. You're like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, is it already too late when you're 23? Like, kind of like society trains us to feel miserable. No, like you can be 30, 40, 50, 60, and it's time. As long as you're alive, then you have a lot of time to do whatever you want in life. So maybe if you've been wondering, am I good at this or not? Like, I really want to be a dancer, but I don't feel happy. Maybe that's not what you want. Maybe there is something different. Maybe, yeah, you have to look for more information, or maybe you just have to stop, because also in the conservatory, teachers just burn students because it's just play the piano non-stop. Like, don't take rest, don't go out for an ice cream. Like, no, just play the piano non-stop. And when you do something in life like non-stop, you will end up hating it. Because that's another thing that we need to talk about, like the difference between your professional life and your personal life. But I don't want to mix episodes. So I just want to tell you, if maybe you were born in a family where everybody is a doctor, and you already went to, the doctor's school, medicine school, or like whatever you say it. And maybe you have already been dedicating a lot of years of your life to medicine, and maybe you're unhappy, maybe you feel miserable, maybe you feel like you should be like running up the hill or whatever. Like, we're humans, we're not machines. Like, if you need to stop, just stop, because guess what? Maybe that's not what you want. Maybe the path you chose 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe that's not what you want. And it's okay to stop. It's okay to change. So I was not bad at playing the piano, but definitely I never enjoyed it. Like playing the piano, like playing classical music in the piano for me was just torture. Like seriously, it was torture, and teachers were always criticizing whatever I was doing, and I understand what was happening. I was not happy, so of course nobody around me was happy. Like you can feel the energy. Like maybe the piano sounds, yeah, it sounds really cute what you're playing, but we can feel your energy, you know? And we know that you're not happy doing it. So maybe that's not what you want. So how can you know what you really want? Well, in order to do that, you need to get to know yourself. Okay, so how can I get to know myself? You definitely need a pause. And you need silence. And you need to rest. You need to stop. You need peace. Like, at least in my case, you know, when teachers were telling you, play the piano non-stop, you don't have any time for yourself. You don't have any time to check if you're happy or not. You don't have any time to go and exercise or just to do different things. You don't have any time for anything at all. You need silence. You need peace. You need to listen to your thoughts. You need to feel your feelings. You need to be aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and then ask yourself, what do I really want? Am I happy? Am I sad? Am I bitter? Am I excited? Like, nobody else can get inside your mind, inside your brain, and check all these things and make these questions. Like, yeah, go to therapy, yeah. But you're the first one who has to know more about yourself than your therapist. You need a break. I don't know why. Like this society nowadays, like if you don't work, then you're useless to society. And that's the reason why there's a lot of hate out there. Because people don't have time to rest, to pause, to just forget about everything and just rest, just sleep, just get a massage, just, you know, things normal humans do. We need that. So maybe if you're wondering if you're good at something or not, or maybe you're like, yeah, I really want to be a dancer, but people around me are telling me that I'm not good. Like, maybe they're just haters and you need to ignore them. But if you're feeling something inside you, like, you know what, this is not my path. This is not the future that I want. You know what, yeah, I thought I wanted to be a doctor, but I made that decision 3 years ago. And you know what? I'm not the same person like the guy I was 3 years ago. I changed. It's called evolution, and we need to change. So when I quit piano, my mom was telling me like, but you've already been playing the piano for so many years. Like, why are you doing this now? Well, you know, I started to play the piano when I was 10. I'm already 23. Dude, like, I'm not that girl anymore. And we have the power to make a decision and change our future. No matter how old you are, like, you know, that freaking number doesn't exist. You know, no, I'm already 50 and I will be 51 next year. That freaking number doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Like, your age, like, that doesn't exist. It's just one of thousands 1,000 reasons to control us. I don't know if I said that correctly, but like society has made up so many things to control us. Like, oh no, like my teacher would tell me, you just started to play the piano when you were 10. Like, you were so old. Like, dude, I was a girl. I was just 10. So just forget about your age. Forget about what people around you is telling you. What you chose 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, you have the power to change it. Like, you're not the same person. So maybe if you're not feeling happy with what you're doing, with whatever you're doing, maybe that's not what you want. And I'm going to tell you something about a book. Like, it's called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I loved it. I loved it. Like, I don't remember the author right now, but I will write it down in the description of the video. Like, you may do things right, but that doesn't mean you're doing the right things. So just think about that and don't be afraid to change your future. Like, your life is in your hands. Your happiness is in your hands. Like, you really want to be 60, 70, 80, and just wonder what it would be like to follow your dreams. Like, what if I wanted to be a musician, but I chose law and everybody in my family is a lawyer? Like, you don't have to follow that path. And if you're not happy doing that, it's maybe because that's not what you want.